Hi, and welcome back to Star Wars and Philosophy. Today, we're going to be talking about the Force in Star Wars. And it's a series we've been doing for quite a while, walking through the broad overview, and then we've walked through the living, unifying, cosmic, and physical forces. Today, I wanted to kind of backtrack and put it all together for you so that you can have a better idea when you're watching Star Wars, whether it's movies, reading the books, animated series, comic books, that you would have a better idea going in what the Force is all about from a philosophical point of view. So the living Force is the present moment, okay? It's the emphasis on the present moment, and it's also what is physically around you, and then what is alive, okay? So that's the three main indicators. The present, as opposed to focusing on the future, which would then be the unifying forces, that element that we'll get into in a second, that's outside of time, so to speak. It's all of time, everywhere, all locations, and so the emphasis is on visions and the future and destiny, okay? So the living force is in contrast to that, but it's also the emphasis on what is physical around you and what is alive, which is in contrast to the cosmic force. Now, speaking of which, let's go ahead and just describe, since we're here, the cosmic force. And the cosmic force is everything that dies in the living force becomes part of the cosmic force, and then the cosmic force also gives rise to the life in the living force. And so the two feed off of each other. But the difference is the living force is that which is alive and here in this physical world, and the cosmic force is that which, when something dies, it becomes one with the cosmic force, and so it's kind of like the source of all life. It's more the metaphysical element of the force, and it's also the spiritual end of the force. And the goal of some is to become one with the force, and so that's the cosmic force. Then you got the unifying force, and that is the space-time dimension of the force. And of course then, so the focus is on time, and encompasses all time, everywhere. And so then the goal of those who follow the unifying force is destiny. Okay, it's the future. It's the emphasis on what is becoming. And you can get so lost in what is becoming that you forget about what is here and now. And so you could say, Anakin became so concerned about what was going to happen to Padme. He gave into the dreams and the visions about his mom, about Padme. And so then he lost sight of the present. And that present was he was falling prey to the dark side, falling right into Palpatine's hand, and that, in a sense, was actually what ended up costing Padme his life. It cost his relationship with Padme. Okay, so physical force is the ability to manipulate objects in the living force, and this is force powers and the ability to sense what is around you. So you have the living force, but then the ability to manipulate the living force is where the physical force comes in. And so I hope that helps. I was just going to do this video on the physical force, but there wasn't a whole lot to say about the physical force, honestly, so I just thought I'd use this to recap and kind of compare and contrast. And even though the categories themselves are, you have four categories if you're talking legends material that we just talked about, and the official canon really talks about living in cosmic force. You can see how everything that I just described is in the new canon, even if they haven't given it the specific names. And so I hope that helps give you a better understanding of the contrast and how the force works, and going into the movies to be able to have a better contrast of that. And so I would love to hear your comments and your questions down below. Question of the day would be, how do you understand the Force? I want to know. I would love to hear, is there any specific aspect of the Force that you think that I've missed so far? I do plan on keep continuing to dive deeper and more specific into all of the different aspects and areas of the Force. But I want to hear from you. What is your view of the Force? And I'll be checking back to hear what you have to say. And of course, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and click that notifications bell. And I've changed my philosophy with YouTube, and what I'm going to be doing moving forward is I'm going to be producing videos that are going to go into a queue. And when my last one of the videos in my last batch, I'm going to choose to mark it, and when it gets past the number of views that my previous video has, that's when I'm going to release that next batch and then choose one to mark it and go to the next level. So the best thing that you can do if you like this content is to go into my recent videos and go ahead and subscribe, give the thumbs up, put your comments down below, share it with others, and let's get this message out there. I love talking with you guys, and I'll be checking back later to see what you have to say. And until next time, may His power be with you.